Good day, this 69th day, meaningful moments, 365 days. The tug and the pull. That's what it's felt like in these last 24 hours, really pronounced for some reason. And a little bit of that experience had to do with the meaningful moment of going out yesterday for a nature walk. And it was the kind of walk and perhaps those first inklings of spring that just draw you out and in at the same time, the tug and the pull. By that I mean as that the more I walked, the more I felt like I want to just stay in this sunshine, feel this air, feel the earth beneath my feet forever. There's nothing to do. It felt like that, and like time could just lapse, whatever time is. And there was that, real strong pull towards just being with that. And then, that effect that was like, I just want to stay outside. It's so beautiful. And then the pull of, okay, I have to get back in. There's other things that we have to do. Of course, the day goes on, a new day rises, and there's new activities, new work, new creation to be done. And then today, it's a cloudy day, and there's an inward feeling of cultivating that time from yesterday and using it for the energy of what I'm attending to today. And it really is this sensation of tug and pull, like the breath, an inhalation, in, and then slow release out. And all of life seems to be bringing this more and more to a clarity and a knowingness. I used to think about it as just balance between like that juxtaposition of the tug and the pull, and what it was to find that balance in between so that we could just, or I could just stay in that, space of like, okay, this feels comfortable, this feels good. But as of late, this tug and pull is clearly indicative of the need to take those deep inhalations as well as those really prolonged exhalations, and that it is between those juxtapositions that the breath finds its own balance. So this tug and pull has been really coming to the forefront. Perhaps you're feeling it. I believe that a lot of us on this, in the collective consciousness are feeling this tug and pull. I feel like it's become more pronounced ever since last March, when the acknowledgement of COVID and the changes really hit us. And then as the year went on, we've been riding all these waves throughout all of it. And here we are a year later, and there's a tug and a pull. And I hear people with that feeling of like returning to normalcy. I hear other people with a clear, intuitive sense that it's not returning to normal. It's a new way that we're entering. And I'm finding myself anchoring into the present moment and definitely sensing that there has been a shift and a change. And now we're approaching the spring equinox. It's just 10 days away, and the earth itself is rotating, and again we're feeling another part of that shift. So whatever that shift is and whatever it means for you, know that that tug and pull is perhaps just part of that process, and there is not a need to actually feel the angst, or especially to be aware of the constriction in the breath, but to breathe deeply into that, into the inhalation, into the exhalation, into the tug and the pull, and feeling that tension between both. It reminds me of yoga and doing those poses at times and feeling that tug and pull, so necessary for the expansion of ourselves. If you could just imagine that, the tug and the pull, and that expands us. Blessings upon your tugs, your pulls, and knowing that you're expanding. Aho.